स्वागत है आप सबका अनदर लाइव स्ट्रीम में। इस तरह की लाइव स्ट्रीम में पहले ज़रूर करता था कि जो भी वट एवर देर आर न्यूज़ रिपोर्ट्स ऑफ द डे और द हेडलाइंस ऑफ द डे, आई वुड सिंपली जस्ट comment upon it. So let's say this is going to be a mixture of both, a little bit of English, a little bit of Hindi. So I'm trying to get my message across. Let's look at some headlines of the day. Obviously, the first post that comes across is of the Prime Minister. Appreciated Sheikh Gand, now for coming together to eliminate evils of drugs, tobacco, and alcoholism. Very recently, there was this report about the Gen Z giving up on alcohol. They're not drinking alcohol, which is a good thing. This is something that is interesting. Young man alone performs family puja after relatives convert to Christianity. The 100-second video, filmed amid bamboo groves, shows the man in his 20s explaining in halting English that his mother and relatives embraced Christianity, leaving him with no help for rituals. This is what people largely don't understand. क्योंकि ज़्यादातर हमारा जो अभी पॉपुलेशन है वो रूरल एरियाज़ में है, तो अगर आप रूरल एरियाज़ में जाते हो तो वहाँ पे एवरीबडी इज़ फॉलोइंग धर्म, मीनिंग their day-to-day life, their दिनचर्या, their entire routine of the day is intertwined, and it is like you cannot unintertwine it. It's intertwined. वो धर्म के हिसाब से ही पूरा दिन चलाते हैं. So still they are the ones who are standing as a bulwark against these monotheists, because that day is coming sooner or later. अगर मेरे जीवन काल में नहीं तो Gen Z, Gen Alpha, Gen Beta के जीवन काल में there are going to be times when the monotheists are rampantly going to convert people, because for them it is a game. They are fighting against each other. वो दोनों compete कर रहे हैं. If you don't know the history of Christianity and Islam, then you should look it up. Both of them are competing for getting more converts to their sides, and we are simply just cannon fodder. And this is good. This is what you should do. Even if you're alone, you stick by dharma. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. And it's absolutely true. Okay, it cannot be false. It is years and years of collective wisdom that has condensed and precipitated and crystallized into this very small sentence, that is dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. How many centuries of meditation and trials and tribulations and trepidations they had to go through to crystallize this thought of dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. It's not like some rishi someday woke up and wrote this line. It is the eternal truth. So even if you're alone, stick by your dharma. Celebrate the festivals, go to temples, okay? Stand up for whenever somebody disparages or belittles our civilization, stand up and explain to that other person how ignorant he or she is to speak ill. And there are more chances that our own people will speak bad of our civilization. We already have Christians and Muslims speaking bad about it, but we have our own people, these secular useful idiots. All right, but I think deep down everybody knows what is the game going on. It's just a matter of somebody taking the responsibility. मलेशिया में भारत का जलवा, क्या बात है. Djokovic, man. I mean, I would pay to watch Federer, but I would want the mindset of Djokovic. Yeah, I myself, I'm not a pro tennis player. I play it as a hobby. It's an amazing sport. Everybody should play at least one racket sport. And yeah. Emperor Ashok built a great empire, but Brihadrath lost everything by following the path of ahimsa. The Magadha Empire came under threat, army became ineffective, and the state treasury ran dry. Pushyamitra Shunga formed a people's army to defend the empire and drove away foreign invaders. Discover the story of fallen emperor in Katha Manjari with Puran Pandey. Okay, these people of India have been, uh, they have been doing this since quite a long time, and their content is amazing. It's just that I don't have time to, but yes, they've been writing articles. There are a lot of videos. I think one of their editors, her name is Nupur Sharma, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, she's also doing well. Left, an American woman embraces the traditions by humbly touching her husband's family members' feet for blessing. Sees a white guy spinning his girlfriend around, gets excited, begs him to spin her too, then posts the video as if it is empowerment. That is absolutely bullshit. I mean, I would not simply just blame the females as well. Even the males in our country are walking down that path of, wokeism, liberalism. Their civilization is doomed. Okay, the West is doomed. I think the coming decade or two, that is our time. Number one is they don't have the population. Okay, the numbers are decreasing. Number two, their politics is ruined by this disease of political correctness. Okay, they can't even defend their nationalism because the European history comes down on them. The weight of European history comes down on them. Claim that British invented sati. She argues that they exaggerated its prevalence. Dark truth. Non-Muslim girls already knew the boys were Muslim. So it's not a love jihad case. Now they will marry other non-Muslim men, harm future generations. AIUDF. Badruddin Ajmal says Muslims across are safer than ever before. Nothing to fear. All over. Just stop this nonsense. What does that Hindu brothers mean? Not a single Muslim should give a single vote. If they do, it's a misfortune for our community, our caste. Must be 100% walkover. I'm saying this openly. They want to bring the BJP back. Okay, I don't know what happened yesterday. कल मैच था. If you're having a bad day, if nothing seems to be working for you, don't be disheartened at all. There are millions of fools in this world who consider this Chapri as some king of Bollywood. If you watch closely, this just resembles a dog sitting at master's feet. I don't know. Well, Bollywood is shit. It's gone to the drain. It's just that they themselves are unwilling to look at it for what it is. In thundering revenge, squeeze his cheek hard and he will squeal, go down on his knees and beg for mercy. That said, Charubabu's orphan does fetch levity with his hot air speech. I think that is what these left people are. They largely focus on theatrics. If you look at their speech is less of factual information and putting out real and for real and genuine and authentic information out there, but their speech is usually about theatrics, trying to get you emotional, trying to guilt trip you about certain things. Rubbing together their single brain cell to produce this carbon. They're upgrading. Yeah. Let's see. Only way to shatter the status quo was massive industrialization, that too in all regions. That bus has been missed forever. Now the only possible future for this country is balkanization. Nope. How did the last one in Kashmir end? Then Namshudras were killed was best. And what do we learn from this? Come on, use your brain. How many Brahmins in Afghanistan and Pakistan and Kashmir? Come on, use that brain. 50 rule pact or street power and jobs economic power to UCs. Like in West Bengal, what can UCs offer to Muslims? Come to roost for all you dreaming this scenario. Good luck. I prefer errors of commission than errors of omission. We can offer proportional representation to Muslims if we can form a government bypassing lower castes entirely. Representation is primarily agenda of Muslim community. No, that's not it, man. Our overall numbers will go up too, so win-win. Representation is not the primary agenda of Muslims. This fellow has zero understanding of history. We've come back. So today is the best wishes on Republic Day. May this occasion and renewed energy and enthusiasm in our collective resolve to build Viksit Bharat. I think people don't realize, but we did make a constitution 3 years after transfer of power. And with everything considered, I mean the amendments that are made, the fault lines, the vacuums, the legal vacuums, the lacunae in the constitution, that's a separate discussion to be had. But the very fact that the people that we had not chosen, when I say we, the people or the population or the general members of the public at that time in 47, they had not elected the people who framed the constitution. Having said that, regardless of the fact that they did not have the political or the popular mandate, they were able to frame a constitution, which in itself is a good achievement, I would say. Find out how many years did Pakistan take to, frame a constitution, and how many prime ministers did they have in the interim. And that country is supposed to be established on the principles of Islam. So find it out. This was the time when WWE used to be, like The Rock. This was the time when WWE was Ramila Thapar. This Mughal korma is a cocktail of Charles, Ponzi, Shobraj, and epic fraud. She told students Yudhishthir renounced kingship, imagining Ashoka in mind, while Mahabharat set. This is the kind of historian leftist Islamist produces. I think if you have grown up until the age of, let's say, 22, 23, then you must know. Okay, the history that you are being taught in school is absolutely rubbish and garbage. It is not worth it. It would take years of again rereading to unlearn that history that has been taught to you in schools. I am a teacher. I've been teaching since 5 years, so I talk to students. I read. I at least look at their textbooks, their history syllabus. All that they are taught is French Revolution, Russian Revolution, all the revolutions in the western part of the world, and how those thoughts must be imposed on our consciousness, and we are supposed to function by those thoughts. And those thoughts are liberalism, secularism, so on and so forth. Because people don't realize these thoughts, liberalism, secularism, they are in a way byproducts of revolutions in those part of the world. It had nothing to do with us. Okay. But I'll not say, because everyone knows these things. Even the parents know, up to a certain degree students know as well, but just it's because they go to the school for the sake of marks, so they tell their students, even I tell these students, don't internalize this history, just learn it, score good marks and get it over with. It's not going to be of much use to you. So yes, I mean, Romila Thapar, she's an aged lady. I would not want to speak bad about her, so let her live out her life, her remaining life, peacefully wherever she is. And the disservice that she has done to consciousness of Bharat, I would say, let's leave it at that. Karma comes to bite everyone. Karma does not forget. Come on. Oh, this one, Kadapa, Andhra Pradesh. Utterly shocking to see this crowd. Ticking time bomb, yes, we are. And the reason why a lot of people are not aware about this is because our own people from the public domain, when I say our own people, I say the polytheistic people such as content creators, YouTubers, influencers, even politicians for that matter, they will not come out in the open and speak about these things that demography is destiny indeed. Okay, this site, show it to any polytheist. This does not inspire confidence. Okay, because what these people do. Okay, we don't need factual information or research reports or some white person to come and tell us what's going on in our country. We know what's going on. Palghar, okay, this is PTI, right? Okay. Tribal wind instrument player, Pikhlia Pikhlia Ladakya Dhinda has been named as a recipient of Padma Shri Award in Unsung Heroes categories for his contribution to tribal art. And amazing. This, tribal art and culture, this has to be brought to the mainstream. All right, guys. Now it's almost 8:40. I think